Hi, everyone.
Hello, and welcome back to the What Area? What area
are we in?
What era are we in? Podcast?
Which postcode?
Well, tell us below. What podcast are you? What podcast are you in? What postcode are you in? I can't talk today.
Era 404
that's a fun
right
opening
now.
for you guys. This is episode 18, and we're going to do a very iconic artist of right now. Because, you know, we love it. We're doing Camila Cabello. Yes. She was from Fifth Harmony.
Yes.
She, you know, you ain't gotta go to work.
What was
Give
that?
it to me, I'm worth it.
That was it. Honestly, young me was shaking my puss to that song. I was fully like out in my garden, like, give it to me, I'm worth it. Yes.
Oh, it's so iconic. But Camila has been through some eras, bitch.
Ever.
I literally listened to the 4 albums and was like, these are 4 different artists.
Kinda, but like I see
same,
progression.
similar, but like every album has a really different concept.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of like found it interesting. It kept my attention in that way because I was sort of like, I don't know what I'm in for.
Also, speaking of Fifth Harmony, I love the memes of like them pretending to work on the construction site.
Absolutely.
And they're like, when you're trying to look busy at work, and it's just like you like tapping on something. Yeah. It's literally.
I love it.
I love it.
You love it.
I love it.
I will never not get over Lana Del Rey singing "I Love It" at Camila Cabello. That's my favorite thing of the year, and that's what we have been making fun of literally for weeks.
Yeah,
but I love it. Love it.
Was that at Coachella?
Yes,
yeah.
It was so, and it was the reason it's so iconic is they stop the music. She starts singing it at her, and Camila doesn't know it's happening, so like she's just standing there like.
Yeah, literally.
While Lana's like singing that at her, and it's so iconic.
And then she does a little ooh at the end of it.
Yeah. I love it. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what she does. Ooh.
It's so good. I love it so much.
You love it.
I love it. You're going to hear so much of that today.
Yeah.
Anytime we say I love it, it's going to be
It has to come up. It's just
so iconic.
It's way we talk in real life.
We do. We say that.
Like, as soon as someone says like, oh, I love it, we go, I love it.
And when you add Lydia around the 3 of us, that it's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God, speaking of Lydia, she was telling me yesterday, I saw her yesterday, and she was like, telling me the story about
You saw her yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Random.
Yeah, at work.
Oh, right.
We worked together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, she was telling me the story. She's told me this before, but like the story about how she worked at some place, which I won't name, but they, you know, took photos of her with wigs on and then printed the photos of them onto their wigs of her without her consent.
And put it on their website too.
On their website and everything.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's been like a whole thing.
It's like so funny. Like that is core Lydia.
Yes. And then yesterday I said to her, I was like, this is so fucked up. And she's like, I know it's so fucked up. She's like, I even have the wigs in the backseat of my car. And I went, you do not have the wigs sitting in the back of your car. She goes, I do have them in the back of my car. And I was like, no, you don't. And I said, if you do, I better get a fucking photo of your back seat.
Is that why she said that in the group chat?
And then in our group chat, she sends a picture of her back seat with all these fucking wigs in it. And I was like, she's insane. And I literally said, this is giving POV. You're a serial killer and you snatch people's wigs as a trophy.
I saw that photo and was not even questioned by it. I was just kind of like, yeah, go on, Lydia.
She had like 5 wigs in the bag.
I know.
I was like, in case she ever needs it, she goes, next time I'm on the pod, maybe we all wear wigs.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness, yes. I like that idea.
I don't know how healthy those wigs are.
We'll spray them. We'll put some alcohol on them.
I don't know what.
Disinfect it.
She said they've been in there since then. That's a long time ago.
I could picture her having nets.
Lydia is going to fucking come for you after that.
No, but she would agree. Like, yeah.
Actually, she'd say you're so real
Actually,
for that.
lies because she bleaches her hair so much. Those knits are gone.
Yeah, girl. She has She has bleached hair, bitch.
Yes.
She's always like fresh.
Blonde.
Like every like few weeks, she comes in. I'm like, whoa.
It's like, am I Scandinavian enough now?
She's like, I want to look Scandinavian.
You're so random.
Like, you're so rogue.
She's so rogue.
Oh, I just coughed as I laughed. Well, do you have a question of the week for Camila?
I do have the question of the week, and it is, what do you love at the moment?
What do I love it? I love it.
What do you love it, love it, love it?
What do I love at the moment? Do you know what's... You're going to hate me for this. You're going to hate me so much for this. I kind of love the new Kesha song. Joyride.
Yeah, I do hate you for that.
When I first heard the new Kesha song, and we'll talk about Joyride when we eventually do a Kesha episode, but like when I first heard that song, I was like, what is going on? It was the polka music for me. I listened to it a few more times, and I was like, the chorus kind of eats. It's that dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's so good. Beep beep bitch, I'm outside getting loser for the joyride. It's so good.
I only listened to it once.
But yeah, and it's no, I listened to it with my friend on the way, and we both were like, okay, this is like kind of cunt. it's I love it. I love it. It's like a guilty pleasure song at the moment. Like I'm like, if I put this on at a party, I'd be embarrassed. But when I'm alone, best believe.
Love.
It kind of serves. I feel like it will grow on people. I think it's one of those songs that like, it's so odd, and you sort of go like, I'm so uncomfortable by it. But the more you hear it, you're like, okay, I sort of like get around it. Unlike Katy Perry's new song.
That's what I was going to say. While we're talking about new music, do you want to talk about Katy Perry's new song?
Well, I mean, it definitely is a woman's world, but not Katy's definition of a woman's world. I'm so... One, the song is terrible.
Yeah. The music video is iconic.
The music video is iconic, and it's purely because of Trisha Paytas.
Yes. And then, like, she's doing her makeup in the monster truck.
It is, the video does eat, like, she does, and her body looks unbelievable.
Look, I'm not saying she's doing anything, but I feel like it's giving a little Ozempic here, Ozempic there, you know? But if she has gone buddy yaddy yaddy for real, like, true reasons, good for her. She looks stunning.
I mean, yeah, no, she's looking fantastic. But...
Moo! Katie on the table going, moo!
I was like, when you said it, I laughed and then was like, I don't know what I'm laughing at. And then halfway through that laugh, I was like, oh, I get what it is.
Yeah.
If you've never seen, I think it's still on Katy Perry's Instagram. There's like a video of her on American Idol, and she's like trying to say that she really wants this person on there, and the other guy's like, no. And she goes, let's have a moo off. And the first person to laugh at the other person saying moo, you know, does that.
Yeah.
And
gets their choice.
And they get on the table and she starts fucking mooing, but it's like so loud.
No, but they don't agree to get on the table. Katie just gets on the table on all fours.
And then he's like, okay, sure, I guess I'm getting on the table. But like, it was so aggressive. And it's my... Yeah, it is. It's insane. But it's one of my favorite things. I've gone back to that video many a time just to like watch it again.
It's a dopamine rush.
It's a good one. But yeah, no, I really cannot believe Katy Perry has put out a song about it being a woman's world with it being produced by someone like Dr. Luke.
Yeah.
Like a predator.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I'm sure, look, we're probably going to talk about it more when we do the Katy Perry episode because, of course, her album 143 is coming out. So we will be doing that. Full disclaimer, by the way, for people that are, because, you know, we try to do things as soon as like a new album comes out. We try to like talk about it around that time. The Katy Perry episode may be a bit late because it's coming out in September, which is, well, no, it's coming out in September, which is when Elise is away for a month. So we will be doing it when Elise is back.
Yes, ma'am.
But we will be doing it. And I'm excited to talk about like
Early
Teenage
Katy.
Dream,
yes,
Prism, like iconic records.
Yeah.
I'm even kind of excited to talk about Witness because it was such a dumpster fire of an album rollout, which was like Swish Swish era.
Oh, swish, swish.
Yeah, that era. But, you know, we'll get in...
Buzz cut era. Not buzz cut. What is it? Pixie cut.
Scary.
Blonde pixie cut era.
Scary. Like, there's a whole, like... You know about the thing where she had, like, the YouTube thing where, like, everyone was watching her for, like, 24 hours? Was it 24 hours? It was, like, 48 hours.
No.
Oh my God. We'll have to talk about that more when we get into Witness. But she had like to promote the album Witness because obviously like the whole concept was like, could I get a witness? And like the album cover was like her with her eyes covered with like her mouth open. There was an eye in her mouth.
Okay.
And like, so the whole like concept was like people watching her. And so she did this thing where she locked herself in this like mansion for 48 hours on live stream. And anyone could watch, including watching her sleep, everything. But it was really fucking weird. And she had all these random people come in. Like she had like therapists come in and do therapy sessions with her. And she had like celebrities come in and do things like YouTubers and things. Like she just had random things go on. And it was just the most weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of. It was so odd.
It does sound very odd.
We'll have to deep dive in it before we do the episode because I need you to understand like
The law.
it was weird.
I'll have to watch
And
it.
that's also why I think the album was such a dumpster fire because the record actually like isn't that bad. It's everything that was around that record
promotion.
ruined it. And the single Swish Swish was a really bad song to choose as the single. Like
Nikki.
Nicki's
Don't be
iconic.
trying to double back. I already despise you. Yeah.
Yeah. And Bon Appetit. 'Cause I'm all that you want, boy. Honestly, kind of cunt.
Bon appetit,
It's
baby.
just it's cunt until you watch
The music video.
the music video eats.
Yeah, I love the music video.
Everything about that is really good until you watch her perform it with Migos on Saturday Night Live, and then you're like, ooh.
Katie.
Yeah, a bit scary
Okay.
there. But anyway, we're going to get back to Camila because we're doing Katy Perry later. But we, it is very much hot topic right now is Woman's World.
Well, we have to
and
actually
Joyride.
do your question of the week first.
And also, what do you love?
Oh, what do I love? I am loving strawberry matchas at the moment. Had one on the Gold
Everyone's
Coast.
in the strawberry matcha era right now.
Yeah, I had one on the Gold Coast. I had one in Brisbane yesterday. I tried to make like a strawberry latte this morning. It tastes disgusting. But yeah, really eating.
Slay.
I was like being like, no, I don't like it. I'm gonna be like one of those girls. It's not like other girls. But no, I hadn't.
Do you know
It's
I've
delicious.
never in my life had matcha?
If you get enough sweetener to it, I think you'd like it. But it is a bit grassy if you don't have any sweetener in it. And also the Starbucks one is not good because like the way matcha is meant to be made is like hand whisked and not like to be burnt. And I feel like Starbucks, because they're always in a rush, it's just burnt. But Lydia likes it. So go on.
She's wild.
She is
She's
wild.
Well, she likes the pinkety drinkety.
Yes.
Did you see they've made a new drink called the green drink?
Oh no.
They've got
the brat drink.
The green drink now is also now at Starbucks.
What is
And
it?
I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, oh, go on. But I got a new drink from there the other day that's a burnt caramel frappuccino. And it was really nice. It was like
Slay.
caramel, but it had like almost like a burnt like cinnamony sort of like taste to it.
Go on.
It was slay.
I'm also loving porridge at the moment.
Really random.
Love porridge.
Love that for you. You love it. You love it. You love it. You love it.
Love it.
My question of the week, she also has an iconic song called Chanel No. 5. What would you say are like your top 3 signature perfumes? I thought that was a really good question when I thought of it. I was
Oh my
like, that's
gosh,
slay.
the guy has left my fire alarm off the roof. Do you see it on my roof?
Yeah.
Anyway, my top 3 signature scents. What have
Stay
I
tuned
got?
to see if Elisa's house burns down.
No, she'll be right. My top one is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. That's like, I love that one. It's like literally I wear it all the time. I have it in like the body mist and the actual perfume. Trying to see what I've got on my thing. Oh, Vanilla Vibes by Juliet Has a Gun. Love her. And then I would say at the moment, because we're in like winter, I have one called, what is it? It's called like, it's called Birthday Cake. I don't know who it's by though.
Slay.
It's just called Birthday Cake and it smells like a vanilla like cake.
Slay.
But
I
it
love
gives
that.
like, and like the Salty Gino body mist, salted caramel one. Mm-hmm. That one's good.
Cute.
But just during
is
winter.
that 71?
I think so. But that's during winter. Like in summer, I do a lot more like fresher vibes, you know?
Yeah. I think my fragrances, I mean, like, my all-time favorite fragrance is the Fenty perfume. Like, that's like my ride or die. It smells so good. It's like really sexy. It's very seductive. It's got like a woody smell. It's musky. ambery. It's like everything that I like.
Maybe
in a
if they
fragrance.
have them in the Canada Sephora when I'm over there, I might get like a mini travel one of it.
Yeah, it's so good. Have you smelt it before?
Yeah,
You've
on
still
you,
shown me.
though.
It's so nice. But no, I love it. I definitely think they have a mini now.
Yeah.
Pretty certain I've seen that. So that's definitely a favorite. What else do I really like? I love Tom Ford. Especially, well, I love Vanilla Sex and I love Central Blush. They're probably like favorites. And one that I do not own right now, but I'm going to get my fucking hands on is the Byredo Bibliothèque.
Yeah,
that fragrance smells
so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's like woody, but it's also peachy.
Fresh. Yeah,
It
I
is
like it.
so beautiful. I need to get my hands on that fragrance.
I really like it.
I'm going to buy it, but I'm just like trying to justify that I'm going to spend $400 on a
You have to wait for the
perfume.
afterpay to go down a bit.
Drag me, bitch.
Girl, I will. Your
Let's
afterpay
go.
is an issue.
Yeah, I know. The Fenty lip liners came out, and I was like, I was like, this is going to affect my afterpay. But anyway,
I also really like Beyonce Heat. I love that one on me. It smells so
is that your
good.
favorite celebrity fragrance?
Yeah,
would you say?
definitely. Beyonce Heat.
I mean, my
for
favorite
sure.
celebrity fragrance, because I wouldn't put Fenty in that category. I'd say that's more like designer.
Is it Britney Spears Fantasy?
Definitely not. I think my favorite fragrance, I think honestly, is God is a Woman from Ariana Grande. It's like a burnt floral. Like it has like it's like a smoky floral fragrance. It's not like your everyday florals. And I really liked that. I bought that when it came out. I've never repurchased it because I've decided to not really repurchase celebrity fragrances. I'm trying to like get away from that.
Fragrance
That's probably my
vibes.
favorite of like the femme more smelling. And then if I want something more masculine for a celebrity fragrance, Eilish 2 from Billie Eilish is really nice. But yeah, I don't have a lot of celebrity fragrances anymore. I'm definitely more on that designer shit.
Go on.
You know,
I also really love, but I only have the body washes for St. Bart's by Way. That line, I love it.
I want to get the body lotion, I think.
I've got the body lotion, the scrub, and the body wash.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd get St. Bart's. It might be Melrose Place because it's more like the florally one.
Yeah,
which
it
I think
is.
is more like what I would go for because I don't really like, I'm not usually a sweet person when it comes to fragrances. I'm very like woody, ambery, musky, gourmand, like deep.
Something you can eat.
Anything really sultry. I love that type of smell. Anything that smells really earthy and that. I love that.
Don't.
I'm not a fresh girly at all. But I mean, like, I'm very much a person that I like to smell good. I love expensive fragrances. That's like a big thing with me, is that's one thing I will spend money on, is a fragrance.
Go on.
Yeah, so that's like me moving away from my celebrity fragrance era. Obviously, Cloud, iconic from Ariana Grande.
I used to fuck with the Nicki Minaj fragrances, the Pink Fridays.
They're iconic. And the old Rihanna fragrances, like the ones that were like in that bottle, Rebel Fleur, I still think that fragrance smells stunning. It's
Go on. I've never smelled
She has a few fragrances that smelled really good. She had like Rogue, which was really good. Lol. Because
Rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah.
And then she had a men's fragrance called Rogue Man, which also smelled really good. And I still wear that, of course, because Rihanna. And what was that other one that was really good? I think it was called Crush. Or it was either called Crush or it was called Kiss.
Something like that, yeah.
But they were really good too.
I feel like it was called Kiss. I feel like I remember
It was in a blue bottle.
Oh, maybe not.
And it was like a sort of like circular bottle, and it had like this like little like gold like thing on top of it.
Like a toilet plunge.
Yeah.
That's enough. Isn't like a celebrity fragrance so random?
Celebrity fragrance is so
Remember,
random.
I remember back when I was younger, like definitely in the early 2000s era, like it was so huge. Like if you were a celebrity to have a fragrance line, like I remember Justin Bieber had a fragrance line, but they were girly fragrances.
Girlfriend and
There was Someday, which was his first one, which I really loved.
did he also have one called The Key?
I don't know,
I feel like he did.
but I do find that a bit random. To be fair, his target audience was girls.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's a bit weird.
What actually? This is like, I know we need to move on to Camila. I mean, like, how many minutes are we at of this?
20.
20.
Yeah, we're good.
But like, you know, what was the first ever fragrance that you ever wore?
Oh God.
I need to search up what mine was called.
Oh my goodness. First fragrance that I bought for myself, or like
No, that you ever like received or anything. Oh my God, there it is.
Usher.
Yes, Usher for men.
Usher.
I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, I don't know. I think I was 9. And I think my nan would like bought it for me for Christmas and was like,
Yeah.
you need to start wearing fragrance now. And it was Usher for men. And I remember like, it actually kind of smelled pretty good. It was very general, like generic men's fragrance.
Yeah. I remember I think it's Princess by Vera Wang.
Iconic fragrance.
Those ones?
That's an iconic fragrance.
I remember that one. I also remember there was this one that was like, I have like the TK Maxx. I saw it in TK Maxx and I had to buy it. But there were ones in apple. It looked like the fragrance looked like an apple.
Yeah.
And the actual fragrance smelled like apple too. The one I have from TK Maxx does not smell like apples. But I remember that one. I would steal it from my sister all the time. And then the Nicki Minaj fragrances too. Pink Friday. I think I had Pink Friday 2, maybe. The one that had
Pink Friday 2 is the brand new one.
Oh, no. I had one that had... Because I know she had so many Pink Friday ones. I had one that had pastel pink hair and then blue lining on the tits.
Stun.
And I remember Mum gave me that for Christmas and I was like, ooh, boobies. But that was
Do you know what fragrance I still have? And I barely use it because it's like, you can't get it anymore. So like I like have it and just like...
You're like...
Yeah, tiny spray is the KKW fragrance.
Do you actually have it?
I have the one, I think it's KKW Body number 2, which is the one of like the ceramic clay body of her body. That smells beautiful. It's like a woody floral. It's really sophisticated.
Bring back old KKW, honestly.
Yeah, but also bring back the fragrances. The fragrances actually really ate.
I remember they used to have like a ghetto fragrance when I was in like the 2000s.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was in Chemist Warehouse.
They weren't good. They're still around.
Are they?
Yeah, I saw them at Chemist Warehouse the other day and was like, oh my God.
I fuck up a Chemist Warehouse.
But the Fenty fragrance has like blueberry, tangerine, Bulgarian rose, geranium, magnolia, patchouli, and musk. It's a sexy floral fragrance.
Slay.
So definitely get around it, Queen. Love that.
I'll see if they have it in Canada Sephora.
Yes, then we can smell like hot girls together. If Charli XCX put out a fragrance called Brat, best believe I would buy it.
Yeah.
I would literally be like...
I reckon it'd smell smoky like cigarettes.
Good.
That's what I reckon it'd smell like.
I want to smell like that.
Yeah.
That's like the Brat code.
That is Brat code.
All right, let's dive into Camila.
My nail popped off.
Oh my God.
I don't know where it's gone, but it's gone. Do you see it?
No.
I
can't see it.
She's gone.
Oh my God. Well, let's get into Camila. The first album is called Camila. Or you could say Camilla. Honestly, I feel like there's no right or wrong way to say it, I guess. I mean, like, I definitely have heard people say Camila Cabello.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I thought it is, Camila Cabello.
But
I didn't realize people called her Camilla.
I've heard people call her Camilla, which I think just sounds like a white woman. And I'm like, she has more flair than
I feel like her name is like maybe from origin Camilla, but then when she gets interviewed by people who like don't know her origins, they say Camilla.
Yeah, I say Camila, which is I guess like Camilla, but it's with the L. So I mean, who knows? Honestly, I've heard so many different people say it.
I wonder how she says it.
Yeah, I know. She probably does say it Camilla. I'm sure she does. This album was released on January 12th, 2018.
Fresh out of Fifth Harmony.
Yeah. This album went number 1 on Billboard and platinum.
Did Fifth Harmony try to go on without her?
They did. They did release an album after her. Maybe 2 albums
Fourth
after
Harmony.
her. Fourth Harmony.
There was... who was the girl? Was the Lauren? The one with the black hair? Lauren Hill? Is that her name?
Not Lauren Hill.
Oh, who's Lauren
Lauren
Hill?
Hill's an icon.
Oh, I don't know.
Lauren... I cannot pronounce his last name.
I remember
Juragai?
She gives like a she only wants to be at the front. Lauren.
Okay, but you know who really is the moment? Normani.
Oh, yeah.
That bitch, she is so hot.
Serves looks.
She can dance the house down boots. I've listened to a little bit of her new album that she just put out, and it's pretty good. It is very much like you have to be in that mood to be really chill R&B. There's no like peaks and valleys. It's very the same. So like, you know, that is like a thing in itself. But the song she has with Cardi B, Wild Side, that song fucking slaps.
I think I have heard that.
I'm ready to pull up on you.
Oh yeah,
you know, like up and do. It's so good.
She serves.
But she's gorgeous, and I mean, of course, Camila is obviously doing her thing as well at the moment. I don't think the other ones are really. I know Lauren's done a few things. Like I know Lauren did a song with Halsey. I know that for a fact, but I don't really know much else.
Ali and Diane.
And Dina, I think her name is.
Dina, step your puss up.
Come on, Dina. We better work. How many fucking albums did they put out after her? This is something I want to know.
Yeah.
Because
they formed from the X Factor.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So she was in the first album and the 727 record. And I think the album that was just called Fifth Harmony, is without her.
They
which
were
is
like
fucking hilarious that they called their album Fifth Harmony, but they've lost a member.
Yeah.
But yeah, then
they had done after that.
They had no record after that.
Yeah.
So, I think they realized.
Do you reckon Fifth Harmony / Camila Cabello are like fans, are stans, or do you reckon they're just like fans? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of shit that happened. There was a lot of shit that happened when when Camila left Fifth Harmony. There was like a performance they did, like Fifth Harmony did after she left, and she was in the building watching it, and they had 5 members, and then they had and it was obviously just a dancer that was in the fifth outfit, and they made the dancer like fly off and fall and like disappear, sort of to be like, yeah, she's left, like fuck her.
That's a fucking iconic.
It was like I was like, this is brutal.
Yes.
Fifth Harmony, I need to just show you a picture of it because so you can like picture this. Harmony performance. Oh my god, I cannot type right now.
Oh, without Camilla.
Yeah, this fucking performance. There's the 5 of them, and then the one in the middle just like goes flying away. It's
we gotta watch it after this.
Yeah, it's fucking iconic. It's so funny. Like there she's falling away, and I just think that's like really bitchy behavior. I love it.
I love that.
So Fifth Harmony. Go off, Queen. We love to see it.
They also did fall off the stage as well.
They did, and they probably could have kept going, but then Normani decided to go solo, and it was like, okay, you've lost like the best member.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry, you're not continuing without her.
They don't know about nothing.
But anyway, back to the Camila. You're always on the night shift. We have to do a Camila Fifth Harmony episode. It sounds like. But yes, this album, Camila, was nominated for International Album of the Year at the Lost 40 Music Awards, Album of 2018 at the People's Choice Awards, Best Pop Vocal Album at the Grammy Awards. Didn't know she'd ever been nominated for a Grammy, but anyway. And International Album of the Year at the Juno Awards.
But anyway.
3 singles, Havana, featuring Young Thug, which went number 1 on Billboard. She's into it. Never Be the Same, which went number 6 on Billboard, and Consequences, which went 51 on Billboard. And of course, you have one feature, Young Thug, with 10 tracks. What did you think about the Camila album?
Very like
this is generic
offspring from Fifth Harmony, Disney, we're babies, like
I do think like I have a way to describe each and every single album.
Oh, wow.
And Camila is generic, like, radio-friendly pop music.
Yeah, I
agree.
Like,
Just Left the Girl Group. It's very that.
Just Left the Girl Group, but not with revenge, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when people, like, leave the groups, they're either in it for revenge or they're, like, pop.
Yeah, so, this is definitely giving that.
Yeah.
Do you have a top 5?
Yes.
Good. I hope you would. What's your top 5 for Camila?
How do you feel about Camila? Also, can I just say, like, the look she serves, very different vibes in each era as well. I feel like this is definitely, like, Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah. This is like, I was in a girl group and I don't really have an identity. Kind of. Like, not to be, like, that's not in a shady way, by the way. It's more like, I think she didn't have an identity of like who she was because she'd been so much like part of a group that like they had to all like
when I think of Fifth Harmony I think of collared shirts and skater skirts. That's what I think of Fifth Harmony.
That's iconic. I love that. But yes, so what's your top 5?
My number 5 is She Loves Control. My number 4 is Something's Gotta Give. My number 3 is Real Friends. 2 is Never Be the Same. And then 1 is Havana.
Slay.
Because you could pop to that. And also when it came out, it was
Half of my heart is in Havana. Ooh, na, na.
Hey, and you could pop, but I feel like at the time it was just like went viral. She deserved that like moment of like, yes, this is
Yeah.
what I can do, you know, like I am fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And like during the time it popped off as well. There's also a club in Gold Coast called Havana, and it was the very first club I went to. So yeah.
Well, my number 5 is Consequences. Number 4, all these years or all the years. Number 3, She Loves Control. Number 2, Never Be the Same.
Oh, I love the Never Be the Same.
That song does slap.
It does eat.
Yeah,
Fully.
it's you, babe, and I'm a sucker for the way that you move, babe. It's a good song.
Eats.
And number 1, Real Friends.
Oh, go on.
This song is really pretty.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's good. I do like this vibe. Also, instead of it being our platinum song, sorry, not platinum, our diamond song, it's the I Love It, I Love It, I Love It song.
I love it song. I wouldn't say I love it, I love it, I love it song for Havana, but it's the top.
Number 5 is the Chanel number 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, but
Okay.
yes. What's your bottom 3?
No, but yes.
No, but yes. What is your bottom 3?
Okay, so I do like this song, but it's a trauma song. It's Consequences, because literally, when I think of this song, I just think of my second ex, who was honestly like a cunt when he left me, and I just remember like so the way he broke up with me is I came back from a different country. Really, I'm really putting him out on blast right now. I came home from a different country and I was severely sick, like really, really sick, not doing well, like literally on the bathroom floor crying, throwing up. And I called him. And
so you were Trisha Paytas.
Yes, I was Trisha Paytas. And I called him and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick. Like I'm not doing well. And he goes, to be fair, I'm 16, turning 17. Around this era. He goes, well, since like, you know, you're not doing like well now, I have something to tell you. And he breaks up with me on the fucking phone. We were together for like, I want to say a year, maybe 2. And he breaks up with me over the phone.
That is iconic.
No, it's not. Anyway, yeah, so he's like, I'm breaking up with you, you know, it's not you, it's me, you know, I just gotta find myself. Like, I've just realized that there's a lot of things that we can do separately that like blah, blah, blah. Okay, other words, he just had eyes for another girl and he literally started dating her like less than a month later. So, you know, but I remember this happened and I was like, oh my fucking God, like I want to. So I put on music. I literally searched up sad music playlist and I clicked on the first one and Consequences was the first song to come on. And I was like, yes, I get it. But it's literally trauma song now. So no.
I love that.
My skipper is Into It. And then my racer is Inside Out. Even though that's a fucking good movie.
Yeah, the movie slaps.
The movie slaps. Did you watch Inside Out 2 yet?
No, I need to.
You're giving anxiety right today. With the orange shirt.
It's me.
It's me. Hi.
Number 3 for me, Something's Gotta Give. Number 2, Havana, featuring Young Thug. Honestly, I can never listen to this song again.
Really?
No. I like the chorus of the song, but it's the, you know, like... What's the fucking chorus? I had to go. Like it's the verses are not good. Like,
his rap.
And yeah, why was Young Thug on this song?
Hey,
I can't.
Yeah,
that's too much. My least favorite, I agree with you, Inside Out. It's definitely the weakest song on the record.
The weakest link.
Yeah, not like a bad first album though.
Not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not the best album that's for a debut, but it's definitely like, you know.
During the time, it would have been better.
I mean, her first album got her a number 1 song.
Yeah,
that's
fucking go for it. And a nomination for a Grammy.
Yeah, go on. I don't know if there's any other ones there for a Grammy, but you know.
Shade.
Well, I mean, no, I actually genuinely don't think there's any other Grammy noms from memory.
Well, go on.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah.
to album number 2, Romance.
Yeah.
This record was released, on December 6th, 2019. So right before COVID. So iconic. This album went number 3 on Billboard and is platinum. It has no awards or nominations. 8 singles, which is insane. It had Senorita featuring Shawn Mendes, which went number 1 on Billboard, so her second number 1 single. Liar, which went 52 on Billboard. Shameless, which went 60 on Billboard. Cry For Me, Easy, Living Proof, My Oh My featuring DaBaby, which went number 12 on Billboard, and First Man, which went 94 on Billboard. It had 2 features, DaBaby and Shawn Mendes, and this album has 14 tracks. So her biggest record.
Yeah.
What did you think of Romance?
I feel like here's the bit where we get a bit blurred lines. So after listening to all her albums, I have figured out a mix of artists that she has put, like, that had, like, could have been, like, the creation of her. So her music kind of gives, you're gonna scream, kind of gives a little bit of Selena Gomez.
Oh, definitely.
A little bit of Melanie Martinez. I would say this album and the album after, like, the actual production kind of gives a bit of, like, I'm talking early Melanie Martinez.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of...
Like,
yeah.
K through 12, kind of. The music, for me, there was some songs I was like, this kind of sounds like it could maybe be a Melanie Martinez song. Not the actual song, but the production.
Right.
And obviously, like, and a bit of, like, Katy Perry. Like,
Definitely Katy Perry.
It's, like, a mixture of all them. Like, if we were to mush, like, those 3 people, plus, like, now that she's got this new album, like, a bit of Charlie in there, mush it all together and spit it out, that's what Charlie gives.
Charlie gives.
Not Charlie.
Camila,
yeah.
I will say this record is sort of like what I would call, because as I said, I have a description for each album for her. This album is like main pop girl era Camila. Like, this is like her, like, releasing like an album that, like, she views as like, this is like main pop. This is like my, like, perfect record. It's gonna eat. Like, it's very hit focused, very, very, like, focused on, like, I'm gonna make sure I have, like, lots of hit songs of this record. Really unfortunate that the 2 features are both so problematic not one of them.
Why Shawn?
Problematic in the way that they are no longer together.
Yes. I don't know how they broke up. I don't know the reason for it, but I feel like
isn't he dating a 50-year-old now?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's dating, like, is it his chiropractor or his therapist? And she's like 50.
Getting that body right.
Yes. I mean, I love that for him. But yeah, no, they so that's like the only problematic thing for him. But then DaBaby is problematic.
51-year-old chiropractor, but hold on a minute. She looks fucking stunning for 51 years old.
No, I'm not judging that, but I'm saying, like, and I'm not judging that he's dating a 50-year-old, but I'm like, the jump from Camila Cabello.
She does not look 51.
I know, she looks amazing.
She literally looks 30.
She's serving.
Wow.
Because she knows how to crack that back. But
he looks amazing too. Holy guacamole. He's looking good.
Yeah, he's pretty hot. He's pretty good looking.
Anyway.
Oh well, moving on. One day we'll do a Shawn Mendes episode. But what do you think of the Romance album though? Like, as like the songs, do you feel like this was a stronger record than Camila?
I feel like none of them are that, like, strong.
But out of those 2, do you think she topped herself?
I think a little bit.
Yeah. I definitely think she did.
I feel like the albums...
I feel like this album was more realized. Like, she had a concept, I think, behind this record. Whereas the first one was like, I'm going to make an album and just, like, put songs on it.
Besides, like, her current album, I would say everything's kind of one note with a little bit of ups and downs, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, you know what you're expecting with
the new album is a huge departure.
Huge difference.
But we'll talk about that.
But every other album kind of gives, like, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, for sure. Well, is it my turn to go first for the top 5?
Yes, ma'am.
My number 5 for Romance is Should Have Said It. Number 4, even though I hate that I'm putting his name this high, My Oh My featuring DaBaby.
Wow.
I like the song. I do not like him at all. Do not like his verse. Don't want anything to do with that. If there was a solo version, I'd listen to that.
Nice.
Number 3, Living Proof. I actually really like this song. It's a very interesting song. Like, she's using a really wide range on that. Number 3, oh, sorry, I said that. Number 2, Shameless. This song is hot. This is probably one of my favorite Camila songs.
Wow.
But my favorite of romance is definitely Easy. This song is really beautiful. This is like, this was the first, I honestly will say, the first song I heard of Camila's that I went, I actually really like this song.
Cute.
And was
No,
like,
I love it.
well, I love it came after.
Did you
I'm saying
listen
the
to
first-
this before?
Yeah, when it first came out.
Oh, random. So
I
you're
listen to I listen to everything though. I will literally listen to every album that comes out. I'm probably listening to it.
Not the Driver era.
Not them. No, I'm talking like big
A-star celebrities.
A-star celebrities that are like big blockbuster albums. Even
Yeah.
if it's like I listened to Tortured Poets when it came out. I wanted to see what the hype was about. You know, like I'll listen to anything, but doesn't mean I like it.
Fair.
But anyway, yeah, that was definitely the song I was the most impressed by.
Cute. My number 5 is Bad Kind of Butterflies. My number 4 is Easy. My number 3 is Should Have Said It. My number 2 is Dream of You. And then my number 1 is First Man. It's a nice song.
Do you know what that song's about?
Her dad, isn't it? Isn't he?
No,
He's alive? Okay, good.
She performed. Okay, I gotta say, she performed First Man at an award show. I can't remember what award show it was. It might have been American Music Awards. And she brought her father there and had him in the front row. And she walked down and like sang it at him, but it was really awkward. Like he was just sitting there looking at her and she's like singing this song, like almost like crying. And all these celebrities just sitting around her like,
hello? Yeah.
like, okay. And they're just filming her in a crowd. Like I was like, okay, like you can do like a second where you're like, that's my dad. It's about him. But she spent way too long. And it's really, it made me feel so cringed by it. Like I was sort of just like, okay, we get it.
That's
it's
your
about
dad.
And he's
Yeah.
here. That's really cute for 5 seconds. But anyway.
You don't like that.
Moving
You don't
on.
love it.
No, I don't love it. Number 3 for me is First Man. And it's purely because of that performance. I cannot hear that song without thinking of it. So, you know, number 2, Dream of You. Sorry, but... And my number 1, I hate this fucking song so much. Senorita featuring Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate this song. I love it when you call me Senorita. It's just such a generic pop song that just, I'm like, oh, there's nothing behind that song at all.
I feel like also she's like dipping her toes into her like going back to like a little bit of Spanish roots,
Her Latin
you know?
roots, yeah. I mean, like, I like that. Like, I'm all about people showing their heritage. Like, there's no shade at that at all.
But this is, I feel like, the mash, like, of, like, pop and that.
But it was sort of like, I remember the song came out and I was like, they're just cashing on the fact that they're dating. And the song is just like, it's a nothing song. Like, there's nothing special to me at all about this song. And it was number 1.
Yeah, it was.
And it's purely because it was these 2 people in a relationship. Let's give them a number 1 song. I was like,
yeah, go on, get that bag.
Anyway.
My bottoms. My not a fan is Senorita as well. I cannot listen to that song another time.
Please never play it again.
Yeah, literally. My number 2 is Living Proof. And then my race is My Oh My.
My oh my. My mama doesn't trust him.
No.
I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of liked the beat of it. Maybe
Go
that's
on.
why I said it. I liked it so much. I don't really know. I think I listened to it and I was just like, sure. I'll put that in my list. I was like, yeah, okay. Moving on to album 3, Familiar. This album was released on April 8th, 2022. This album went number 10 on Billboard, has no awards or nominations, has 4 singles, which I am so surprised this album had 4 singles because it felt like this album came out and then just the era died. But anyway, Don't Go Yet, which went 42 on Billboard, Bum Bum featuring Ed Sheeran, which went 21 on Billboard, Psycho Freak featuring Willow, which went 75 on Billboard, and Hasta Los Dientes. This had 4 features: Willow, Ed Sheeran, Maria Becerra, and Yotul. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. But anyway. And we had 12 tracks on Familiar. What do you think of this record?
So, you know how I said she was dipping her toes in?
She fucking dove in, bitch.
She fucking went boom, but...
Drowned.
Bitch, keep those floaties on. Like, come on now.
Okay, it's no secret. I hate this fucking album. And it's nothing to do at all with what this record represents. Like, I love the idea of her going back to her Latin heritage. I love that this album's about family and about like everything to do with that. I just do not like the songs at all. And I like a lot of Latin sounding songs. Like I love Rosalia, I love Carly Uchez, I like Karol G, Bad Bunny, so many of them, J Balvin, all of those types of artists, and they're so good. Shakira, iconic. But
Whatever.
this album felt very forced. You know what I mean? Like it felt like she was forcing so many things. Excuse me, my God. So many things onto the listener that it just felt so...
A lot.
Almost disingenuine.
Yeah.
And also the worst song of her career, and possibly one of the worst songs I've ever listened to in my life, is on this record, and we'll get into that.
So, I'll tell you what I have a problem with is stunning. Do a Latin album. Love that for you. Don't do a Latin album and also have pop songs on it, babes. That's my issue with it, because I'm like, no, not like pop songs as in
but like pop songs that are leaning towards the influence of Spanish music and then Spanish music.
Yes.
And it feels so like...
And like there's a specific song in here, which I'll get to, which is like so poppy, like not even like at all like anything to do with Spanish. But
is it the one I'm thinking of, the one with the feature?
No. I know which one you're talking about, but no, there's another song on here, which is my very bottom. And it is so poppy. I'm like, this song... Why is it on the fucking album? Like, literally, there's nothing.
There's one song on this album that feels completely disjointed from the rest of the album. That's my favorite song on the album because it's nothing to do with...
Wow, we'll see.
It has nothing to do with the rest of the album, which we'll talk about in a minute. Yeah. But anyway, what is your top 5?
My tops. Sorry. Don't Go Yet.
Don't go yet.
Don't go yet. I like it.
I heard the song first time and I was like...
Really?
Absolutely not.
Go on. Hastas los dientes. Mm-hmm. Wow, I actually said that pretty well.
Slay Queen. We're going to be so fluent. Wait till the Rosalia episode. You'll be so fluent.
Hasta los dientes. You know, I have a friend who calls me ethnically ambiguous. I agree. Like, I literally could sound like something. Hasta los dientes. If I came up to you and you did not know who I was and I said, Hastas los dientes, what would you think?
I'd be like, it's an Australian that speaks Spanish.
No. Let's see about this one. La Buena Vida. It's not my number 3. Lola. My number 2 and my number 1 is No Doubt.
What was... Oh, your number 2 was...
Lola.
And No Doubt was your number 1. Okay.
Yeah, No Doubt.
Number 5... La Buena Vida. Number 4, Lola, featuring Yotul, however you pronounce that name. Number 3, Quiet. That's the one you don't like, obviously. Number 2, Boys Don't Cry. And my favorite, by a long shot, the only song that I actually put in my playlist from this record, Psycho Freak, which features Willow.
Well, just because they're in my tops doesn't mean they go on my playlist.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, there was nothing else of this record that I went, oh yeah, I'll add this to a playlist. The only song that I was like, oh yeah, I will add this to my playlist was
That one.
Psycho Freak. Because, well,
Purely because of Willow.
yeah, I love Willow. She's so slay. But like, the song, also the vibe of it was good, but it does not fit the record at all. It's the most like random song to be on this record, but I really like the song. Like if this was on Romance, it would fit so much more and probably feel more like it fits the vibe. But anyway.
Okay. My not a fan is Boys Don't Cry. I don't like it. My skip it is Bum Bum. And my race it is
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. And my race it is Quiet. I think it's such a poppy song.
Yeah, but like that's probably why I was like, oh,
I feel like it's the most poppiest song, and I'm like, why have that on your Latin album?
probably because she made
It
it.
gives the most disgenuine.
See, Psycho Freak's the one that stands out for me in that way. Like, I feel like Psycho Freak is the one that has no sound of anything to do with Latin culture. But the rest of the album, maybe not quiet, but like the rest of the album is very much like, okay, I can get the vibe of what's going on. But my three, number 3, Hasta los Dientes, featuring Maria. I'm going to say Becerra. I feel like... Or Becerra. I don't know. Number 2, Don't Go Yet. Please leave.
Don't go. Please go.
And my least favorite song, and Elise probably already knew this before we'd even filmed this episode. I hate this song with all my heart. Bum Bum, featuring Ed Sheeran.
Bum, bum, bum,
Oh, it's a really, really bad song. And it plays in our work playlist. I have to hear this song all the time, and it makes me so triggered.
I also have trauma with Ed Sheeran, so. Don't we all?
I can't even promise you if we'll do an Ed Sheeran episode because I'm also not an Ed Sheeran fan at all.
I used to love his music, but it's just traumatizing now.
Fair enough. Well, let's move on to the new record. Honestly, thank God we're onto this record. CXOXO. Released June 28th, 2024. This album went 13 on Billboard, her lowest charting record, which is kind of interesting because I think it's one of her better records.
It depends what she does after this record, but for me, this one seems the most like out of pocket, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's very out of pocket.
So unless she keeps this up through the rest and she's like, this is me, I'm giving you with all my chest, this is what I've got, then like stunning, I love this change. But then if she goes back to going to like to that pop vibe, I'm like, okay,
I do think she's trying to move away from like this like, I guess, good girl
Disney.
like, you know, I was in a girl group sort of image now. I'm like, she wants to do something a bit more bad girl, and like I'm all for that. I do think this record to me feels, I guess, the most fully realized out of all 4 of the records. Like, you can see the concept, because the concept of the record is Miami. Like, she said that she went to Miami and like got really inspired by the culture of Miami, that's what inspired this album, and like the whole vibe is very that. And you can hear that inspiration in that record. And so I think, like, to me, as a person who loves a concept and like loves a record that you can sort of immediately go like, I know what I'm in for, I know where I'm going, and like rah, that's to me like the big like green tick out of all of the 4 albums is that record in that retrospect. This album also hasn't obviously not nominated or anything yet because it's only just come out. Has 3 singles already though. I love it. I love it. Featuring Playboi Carti, which went 81 on Billboard. He Knows, featuring Lil Nas X, didn't chart. And currently the new single is Hot Uptown, featuring Drake, which hasn't charted yet. 7 features. This is her cherry bomb.
So far,
So far, yes. Playboi Carti, Lil Nas X, JT, Young Miami, BLP Kosher, and 2 collabs with Drake, which is so fucking random.
And also, you know what's even more random?
14 tracks.
Yeah, you know what's even more random? Drake just has a song on the album. Like it hasn't even got her name in the artist like lineup. It's just Drake.
I have no idea what the idea of that was, but anyway.
I don't get it.
But also, can I just say, if this album was released last year, people would have been so hyped, being like, oh my God, Camila Cabello secured 2 collabs with Drake. That's massive. How unfortunate for her that she puts this album out
Right,
when
most
it's in
moment.
like he's in the biggest shit and everyone's on the hate train of him. So people were like, eh.
For me, the Drake
That song would have been Hot Uptown, I think would have been a huge
Yeah.
fucking single if it was released before all this shit happened.
For me, the Drake songs, so his feature and his song on the album, it's very Controller era vibes. Not Controller, I mean Views era.
Views.
Very Views.
Controller is a fucking bop though. I don't love the Views record, but I love that song.
Yeah. But those 2 songs give very Views era. That's just, yeah.
That's our view.
You know it, girl.
What do you think of this album though? CXOXO.
I don't like it.
Fair.
I don't like it. I want to like it. When she said, like, when I Love It came out, I was like, oh my goodness, we're getting like a...
Okay, when
pop-
I Love It came out, I was like, I am seeded for this fucking era. I was like, this album's gonna fucking eat.
I'm like, we are getting Pop It Girl. Like, we are getting full, like, Charlie XCX baby. You know, that's what we're getting. We did not get that.
I'm kind of glad though, in a way, she didn't just copy Charlie XCX. Like I was a little bit like, okay, I really like this song. It's very Charlie coded. And I was like, so if the whole album feels like it's just a ripoff of Charlie XCX, I'm going to be kind of pissed about it. So I'm sort of glad in a way it wasn't just a record that was just a Charlie XCX ripoff record. It definitely has, it's very different to what I would say. I don't see Charlie XCX making this record at all. But I do like I guess how different this record is from anything she's done before.
Yeah, for real.
And this album, I think, was the album I actually had more songs that I was like, oh, I actually like this song.
I listened to this album when I was getting ready for bed one day, and I was lying in bed and I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Like, I do not get it.
It's a very... And also, I think the one thing about this record that is kind of unfortunate is... This album really like gives like the aesthetic of the album, like the album cover, the videos, the new hair look and everything has been giving like party girl energy. It's kind of a downer record.
Yeah.
I love it's probably the biggest bop on the record, besides maybe like He Knows and Hot Uptown. So all the rest of it's really mellow. And so I was a bit like, oh, I thought this record was gonna be like a party record. Like, it really gave that energy. And, like, so, like, it's kind of interesting. But there is definitely songs on this record that I would listen to again.
I love Lil Nas X with all my heart.
Same.
Lil Nas, I'm waiting for your second album. Like, give it to me now, you know?
Did you hear the song he put out that samples Crazy Frog?
Yes. Yeah.
That's iconic.
I love literally Industry Baby was my identity for a really long time. Like, I love Lil Nas X. I hate He Knows. It's not in my bottoms. I'll say that now. But when I saw Lil Nas X was in the album, I was like, yes, give it to me now. No.
I think he knows.
No. I like his part. Don't love her part. And also like he didn't bring it. Like I was like, Lil Nas, give me serve. Give me cunt. He did not give me serve or cunt.
I died when he said pussy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
So yeah, it was potential. It did not reach my grade of serve.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, let's do our top fives.
You start.
So this top 5, I will say to me, the top 4 are the songs I would listen to again and the songs I actually genuinely really liked. I just had to add a 5th one on to, I guess, like add it in, which is
5.
He Knows. Number 5 is He Knows featuring Lil Nas. Because, like, you know, it's a fine... Like, the one thing I will say about this fucking record is the production on this record is great.
Yeah, it definitely
Like, there is so many... Like, the beats that are on this song, the choices that are behind this song, really, really fucking good. It's just, I guess the rest of it didn't fully, like, I guess, come to realization.
For me, like, the album just didn't flow. Like, it just wasn't...
It's very, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4, Chanel Number 5. I actually did like this song. I thought the song was kind of cute. Number 3, which I'm hoping in a way is the next single, Dade County Dreaming, which features JT and Young Miami. I love City Girls on this song. So hot.
Yeah.
JT.
J2.
JT is on her way up as the new girl. Did you see her new album cover? There's been a whole thing about it. She has this new album cover and it's like her laying on the floor, like spread out, but like her legs and her like, I guess like to about like her like waist is like all made of glass. And the way it looks, people were like, I thought this was JT and the legs were Renee from the Renaissance album cover. People were like, it's giving Renaissance. It's so funny.
I love.
So yeah, no, I'm here for her journey. But yeah, Dade County Dreaming is probably like one of the most, I probably think this is the best like hype, one of the best like chill hype songs.
Yeah.
Number 2, Boat. Do you know the sample that's in this song, right?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's like.
Hotel,
right. Yeah.
motel, Holiday
Yeah.
Inn. Like she plays the dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
but it's like really slow. I loved that song. Fits so well in a ballad, which I was like, how random. I heard it for the first time and I was like, why? What the fuck made them think this ballad needs Pitbull?
Crack.
But it's
Good.
It's good.
Yeah.
And it's probably like one of the best songs of her career. But the best song of her entire fucking career. This song fucking slaps,
It
bitch.
eats.
It is one of the best, like, I'm not kidding, one of my favorite songs of 2024. It
Yeah.
is so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Featuring Playboy Cardi. This song eats,
ma'am.
bitch.
Yeah.
It eats so hard.
Yeah.
It's so good. I literally cannot believe this is a Camila Cabello song because it is so good. It's so different.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
My favorite part of that fucking song is the diamonds on the chain with the V-cuts. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's a fucking banger.
It is good. It's
Like,
amazing.
this song deserved more than it got this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought this song would be...
Why were people not loving it?
I know.
just don't
Lana
get
Del
it.
Rey said it was her favorite song of the year. And she's correct. Lana doesn't lie.
Would you say it's your favorite song of the year?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
But it's up there. It's definitely one of the best songs of the year.
Go on.
I mean, there's so many albums that came out this year.
I'm like, girl.
No. But it's a great record. A great fucking song.
Yeah, so
Great
good.
song.
My number 5. Number 5, Dade County Dreaming. My number 4, June Gloom. My number 3, Pretty When I Cry. My number 2, Boat. As we can see, slower was more so my vibe for this album. Besides the top one, which I literally love it so much.
You love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
What? That could not be. If you thought in any way that this was not going to be our number ones, girl, you're literally
This song,
insane.
I literally have bumped this song so many times this year. Like, it's just so, it's always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
It's so
Just
good.
start going around to your friends saying, I love it.
Yeah.
And if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't.
Then you should cut them off.
Yeah, they're toxic.
They're toxic friends.
Yeah.
What's your bottom 3? Oh, it's my bottom 3 first, actually. Number 3, Pretty When I Cry.
It's done.
Number 2, Ugly, featuring Drake. This was so not needed on this album. Like, I don't get it. I get the Drake song, Hot Uptown. It's not my favorite song on the album, nowhere near. But I get that song. This song was so not needed and was so out of pocket.
Agree.
But my definite number 1, Dreamgirls.
Really?
Did not like this song at all.
Go on.
Was not a fan of that. But anyway, what's yours?
My not a fan is Pink XOXO. Hear me out. It has potential. It's just too short. Too short.
Yeah, I didn't put that in my list because I was like, oh, did it go over a minute?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Or it's like just a minute. But it's a...
Maybe it didn't bother. Maybe the song didn't bother
Yeah,
me.
no,
enough
it's
to put it in
it's
there.
good. But if it was longer and if it was a proper song, I reckon it would have eaten. It would have left no crumbs. Now...
I didn't put the one with BLP Kosher because that one's definitely an interlude.
Okay, I've got this, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but my not a fan, or my skip it, is 20 somethings. You cannot make a song with a scissor title, and it be like that and not be good, you know? You cannot. I saw 20 somethings. I was like, yes, you know, 20 something by SZA is such a good fucking song. 20 somethings is going to be amazing. It was not anything. So I saw that album was song and I was so disappointed.
It's definitely not my favorite song on the album though.
I was so disappointed. Now, I know you would not take the interludes as an answer. So my erase it is ugly as well. Why? Why is she there? Why is she there?
Yeah.
I remember listening to it and I was like, oh, okay, we got another Drake feature. And then I was like, this is a really long Drake feature. I was like, oh, the whole song is just Drake.
I know. And when it first came out, it had her and him on the thing. And then it just randomly erased her name and was like, just Drake. And I was like, so there's just a Drake song on your album.
There's not even a little ooh-ah from her. It's literally just Drake.
But why is that a thing?
I don't get it.
Like, because the song is shorter, was she meant to record something and she couldn't think of anything to put on it, so she just went, I'm just going to use it? Or is it an outro to Hot Uptown? Like, there's no explanation. It's such a random thing. Yeah. But, you know.
Again, like you said before, like, if these songs came out, like, literally maybe 3 months ago, they would have popped off a bit more.
Hot Uptown would have been huge.
Yeah.
It would have been a massive hit.
And, like, I feel like maybe Drake fans would have been like, yeah, I love that there's a Drake song on the Camila Cabello album, but because of everything that's gone down.
Yeah, it's been a bit rough for her.
Him.
Well, her as well.
Oh, yeah. Of, like, her getting the bag at end of the stick.
She would have paid so much money for those two features and, like, being like, this is a huge thing. Like, Drake's, like, one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, I'm going to have, like, this thing with, like, people going, oh, my God, there's 2 Drake songs, including one of his own.
Yeah.
And then that happened. I bet she was like, fuck. I should have gotten Kendrick.
But, like, I bet you, like...
She sees dead people.
I bet you, like, the first 2 songs would have come out, like, of their beef things. And she's like, that's okay. Drake has some potential. It's all right. Like, it's going to be fine.
Meet the Grahams.
And then Not Like Us came out. And she was like, shit! Like, ah!
No, I think it would have, even before Not Like Us, it would have been Meet the Grahams. She would have gone... Should have gone, fuck.
Or Push Ups would have come out and she would have been like, Drake, you stuffed it up for us. Come on now.
Yeah, no. Family Matters was Drake's best comeback.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere near the best out of any of them. There's so many of them that are on top of Family Matters, but it's his best one. But with that being said, she a fan.
She wishes.
Let me hear you say OVO.
OVO.
Say OVO.
Oh, so good.
So good.
That
we'll be getting into Kendrick. I definitely think, well, now we've pretty much got it confirmed Kendrick's putting an album out. So we will be doing Kendrick when that comes out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, we might do Kendrick soon. And then, like, the Not Like Us video came out with that sample. And I was like, okay.
We're getting more.
We're going to wait for Kendrick.
Yes.
But I'm very excited to
wait for you, baby.
Yeah, we'll wait for him. But what album is in the bin?
Like all of them?
You have to choose one.
Let's just do... I don't know, honestly. Let's just do the Familiar album.
I agree. 100%. That was
just because there's not even a single song I would probably listen to again.
Definitely the worst record of her career. Like, in my opinion, like, and that's no shade, but like, you know, I would never listen to this record ever again.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like maybe Camilla, but Never Be the Same does fucking serve, so.
Yeah, that song saves that record.
Yeah, it's a good fucking song.
It's a fucking cunt song. That song's cunt.
She should put a remix of it out now.
Something's wrong, that's in my brain. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
That song fucking eats. Just like nicotine. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. What album's a win for you?
The newest one.
CXOXO.
Only because of I Love It.
That is definitely my favorite as well.
That is
and it's
my
not
win.
just because of I Love It for me. Like, I really liked Boat. I really liked Day
I do
Party
like Boat,
Dreaming.
yeah.
Like, this is the record I could see, like, myself probably coming back to out of any of them. Like, not saying that, like, I would listen to the whole record again, but there's definitely songs I would come back to. So that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
What era are you in?
Let's go with romance era, I guess.
Slay Queen.
I guess.
We can't, have we agreed that we're not doing the same album twice?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I definitely am in my romance era. Otherwise I would be saying XCXOXO, because...
Romance by Charlie XCX.
True romance.
True Romance by Charlie XCX.
But no, yeah, romance era for sure, because, you know, I'm not in the familiar era.
Actually, I'm in my Never Be the Same era. Just that song.
Love that. Just one hit of you, and you know you'll never be the same. What was that?
I don't know.
Something's going on outside. But anyway, let's move on to getting you guys a word for our next artist. I'm excited for the next artist. They're definitely, I think, the most left of center artist we've done on the pod so far.
It's a very Ben artist, let's just say that. Very Ben
Meaning
artist.
Elise is not.
Girl, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying a single thing.
Yeah. Well, what is your word?
I'm going to say family.
Slay. I'm going to say punk. So, do with that what you will.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a cute, fun, and fresh episode. But anyway, with that is the end of Camila Cabello.
Gonna love and leave you, doll.
Slay Queen.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. You really did something with that fucking song, girl.
You pumped your puss.
You fucking ate. Like, if she played at a festival and that came on, I would fucking go feral for that song. I'd be like, fuck it up, bitch.
Yes, bitch, so go!
Yeah, I'd be here for it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we love it. We love it. We love it.
We love it. We love it. We
Yeah.
love it.
So, if you loved this episode,
love it,
I'm literally like,
love it.
I'm like lost for words. If you loved this episode, please leave us a like or a rating, depending where you're listening or watching. Obviously, go stream Camila Cabello.
Go stream I Love It 7 times.
Yeah.
And tell us you don't love it.
Yeah, right. But no, go
and
stream.
Never Be the Same. Everyone, let's fucking bring this back up. Never Be the Same is a bop.
Yeah, honestly, while we're at it, put Boat out there too. Make Boat a single. Let's get Boat to be a single. Boat's a good song. But, you know, and also let's try and petition together to get rid of the song Bum Bum. Like, just completely. I'd never want to hear that song ever again. But, you know, if you, like, I want to make this a thing. Go listen to our top 5s and our bottoms. Tell us if you agree. Give us your top 5s and bottoms. You know, go listen to Camila Cabello in the space of, like, the week between. I feel like, you know, if you're listening to us talk about it, obviously you're interested enough, or, like, in us, or, like, in them. Or, like, if you've never heard the artist before, you might as well go listen to them, or else you have no idea what we're talking about. Yeah. So, you know, go listen to it and see what you think.
Yeah.
But if you do love us, make sure you follow us on
I can't
Instagram.
hear the word love without thinking of I love it, I love it, I love it.
If you love it, you love it, you love it, you love it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at What Era Podcast.
Yes.
What's your Instagram handle, babe?
Elise_CAPN.
And I am Ben Z Bradley.
Yes.
And yeah, with that, that's it. We love it. We love you. We fucking love doing this podcast. We will fucking see you next week, bitch.
Bye.
Bye-bye.